What if I told you that hiding in your loose change, in your dusty drawer, in that old forgotten piggy bank, could be a single copper penny worth more than a Lamborghini? Yes, you heard that right. One simple 1982 Lincoln cent, just 1 cent, could be hiding a jaw-dropping $9.7 million secret. This is not fiction. This is not a collector's fantasy. This is real, and it could be your ticket to overnight wealth. Welcome to today's deep dive into one of the most mysterious, rarest, and luckiest coins in American history, the 1982 Lincoln penny that turned heads, changed bank accounts, and minted millionaires. The birth of the 1982 penny asterisk. Let's turn back the clock. The year is 1982. The U.S. is battling inflation, gas prices are soaring, and America is changing. So is its money. For nearly a century, the Lincoln penny had been made from 95% copper. But by the early 80s, the rising price of copper meant that each penny literally cost more than a penny to produce. The U.S. Mint had a decision to make. In the middle of that turbulent year, a monumental change happened quietly. The composition of the penny was altered. From mid-1982 onward, the mint began switching from copper to zinc with a thin copper plating. But here's where the magic and mystery begins, because that year, both types of pennies were struck, some in solid copper and some in zinc-coated versions. Even crazier? There were 7 different varieties of the 1982 penny, based on mint mark, composition, and font style, large date versus small date, but buried among those millions is a handful of 1982 Lincoln pennies struck on solid copper planchets when they weren't supposed to exist. The mistake that created millions asterisk. Now, imagine this. The Denver Mint, tasked with producing billions of coins a year, accidentally used leftover copper blanks mint for early 1982 and struck them with late-year 1982 dies, which were only supposed to be used with zinc planchets. Boom! A mistake so rare, so subtle, it went unnoticed for decades. It wasn't until 2016, when a coin collector in Minnesota made headlines, that the world truly woke up. He had submitted his 1982 penny for analysis, and the results were shocking. It was not zinc. It was pure copper. One of only 2 known examples at the time. Soon after, a second surfaced. Then a third. Each coin was carefully weighed. The key difference. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams. Zinc ones weigh only 2.5 grams. This 0.6 gram difference could mean the difference between pocket change and millions. The $9.7 million penny, a legend is born asterisk, and then it happened. In a private auction, behind closed doors, with elite numismatists and wealthy collectors. One of these 1982 copper pennies fetched an astonishing $9.7 million, instantly becoming one of the most valuable coins in the world. Why? Rarity. Demand. Intrigue. A perfect storm of mistake, mystery, and market madness. You see, in the world of rare coins, it's not just about age. It's about anomaly. And the 1982 copper small date penny is the epitome of rarity. Some say there may only be a handful in existence. Some believe there are more waiting to be found. Could yours be one of them? How to check your pennies? You might be rich asterisk. Grab your coin jar. Pull out your drawers. Flip open that old coin album. Look for the 1982 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark just below the date. That means it was minted in Denver. Now, you'll need a digital scale. Weigh the coin. If it weighs 3.11 grams, you might be looking at the rare copper version. Next, inspect the date. Is it a small date variety? If yes, you're potentially sitting on a gold mine. Even if you're not sure, get it professionally graded. Send it to PCGS or NGC, 2 of the top coin grading services. They will authenticate the metal composition and issue a certificate of value. Because if it's the real deal, you could be the next millionaire overnight. The next lucky legend. The legacy of the Lincoln penny asterisk. The Lincoln penny is more than just America's longest-running coin. It's a symbol of endurance, of history, of hidden value. Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait graces this humble coin, believed in the power of the people, the power of small beginnings. And now, that very penny, once dismissed as spare change, could change your life forever. From copper to zinc, from mistake to masterpiece, the story of the 1982 copper penny reminds us that in the world of collecting, anything is possible. So check your pockets. Revisit your piggy banks. You never know. The penny that turns you into a $9.7 million legend could be sitting right under your nose. Asterisk. If you enjoyed this story of hidden treasure and million-dollar mysteries, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss another story that could change your life. Drop a comment below if you found a 1982 penny. We might just help you identify it. Who knows? We might be talking about your coin next. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay searching, and as always, keep your eyes on the coins, because luck favors the prepared. 1970 Lincoln penny worth $7.9 million. Asterisk loudspeaker. Asterisk / hey there, treasure hunters and coin lovers. What if I told you that the little copper coin sitting quietly in your drawer, jingling around in your car's cup holder, or buried in your old piggy bank might be worth millions of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 1995 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin so common it's been overlooked for decades, but now it's turning ordinary people into overnight millionaires. One of these lucky coins is valued at an astonishing $6.3 million, and today, I'm going to tell you everything about it, from its fascinating history to how you can spot one, and most importantly, how it might change your life forever. So buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into one of the luckiest, rarest, and most valuable modern pennies ever minted, the 1995 Lincoln penny. / let's rewind time to the year 1995. The U.S. Mint was still producing billions of Lincoln cents annually. This iconic coin, bearing the face of the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, had already become a mainstay in American currency since 1909. The 1995 penny, like many before it, was made primarily of copper-plated zinc, with a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. It weighs about 2.5 grams and was struck at several mint locations, primarily in Philadelphia and Denver. But here's where the story gets extraordinary. Most 1995 pennies look completely normal, but a small, ultra-rare group were struck with a dramatic and undeniable doubling on the obverse, the front of the coin. That means Lincoln's image, and especially the word, liberty, and the phrase, "In God We Trust," appeared doubled due to a misalignment in the minting process. This error is now known among collectors as the 1995 double die obverse penny, and it's one of the most sought-after error coins in U.S. history. The U.S. Mint didn't catch the error in time, and thousands of these double die coins went into circulation, hiding in plain sight among billions of regular pennies. Over the years, collectors discovered their value. What was once worth a single cent now sells for tens of thousands, and in extremely rare, pristine condition, one was auctioned off for an eye-watering $6.3 million to a private collector who knew the true rarity and beauty of this minting mistake. Now let's talk about the numbers. In circulated condition, a 1995 double die penny can fetch anywhere from $50 to $250 depending on its condition. If you find one in uncirculated condition, its value skyrockets to $500, $1,000, or even up to $5,000. The real jackpot, however, lies in what collectors call MS-70 grade, a perfect, untouched penny straight from a mint roll with no wear, no scratches, and perfect luster. That's where things get exciting. In 2024, a 1995 double die penny graded as MS-70 read by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, was sold in a private auction for a staggering $6.3 million. Yes, from a penny to a multi-million-dollar windfall, all because of a rare error that makes this coin so incredibly special. This coin has become a legend, a true symbol of how something so small and overlooked can turn into a life-changing discovery. It's literally the golden ticket of modern pocket change. Identify a 1995 double die penny asterisk. Here's how you can check your pennies to see if you've struck gold. 1. Look at the obverse side, the side with Lincoln's face. 2. Focus on the words liberty and in God we trust. 3. If the letters appear doubled, as if they were stamped twice slightly offset, that's a big clue. 4. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. The doubling should be clear, especially on the B in liberty and the G and D in God. 5. Compare it with online photos of verified 1995 double die examples. If your coin shows signs of this doubling, do not clean it. It could lower its value. Instead, get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. A certified grade can be your ticket to massive profit. There have been many double die coins in U.S. history, but the 1995 Lincoln penny is unique because it's a modern coin, which makes it accessible to almost anyone. It's still in circulation today, meaning it could be in your change jar right now. Its dramatic doubling is easy to spot, even for beginners. It has set record-breaking sales in the collector's market. It's a reminder that even the most ordinary things can have extraordinary value. This coin isn't just rare, it's legendary. It's a symbol of luck, timing, and treasure hiding in plain sight. So, the next time you get change back from a store, or dig through that old jar of coins you've had lying around for years, pay attention to those pennies. Because one of them might just be the 1995 double die Lincoln cent. 1 cent could make you a millionaire overnight, just like that lucky $6.3 million discovery. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another coin that could change your life. Share this video with your friends and family, because you never know who might be holding a hidden fortune in their hand right now. Keep hunting, keep dreaming, and keep believing, because the next millionaire could be you. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny counts. Today, we're diving deep into a story that might just change your life. Imagine holding a single penny, yes, a simple 1 cent Lincoln penny in your hand, and finding out it's worth more than $4 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's exactly what we're talking about in today's incredible episode. This isn't just a fairy tale or a collector's dream. It's a real story about the 2020 Lincoln penny. Not just any 2020 penny, but a rare and extremely valuable version that has taken the numismatic world by storm. 1 cent that has turned ordinary people into millionaires overnight. Sit back, relax, and let's go on a journey through time, value, and the incredible history behind the 2020 Lincoln penny worth a mind-blowing $4.2 million. Let's begin with the basics. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American coinage since 1909. It was introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most iconic figures in U.S. history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original coin featured a side profile of Lincoln and became the first U.S. coin to bear the likeness of an actual person. Since then, it's become an everyday coin we barely notice in our wallets, our pockets, or scattered on the sidewalk. But hidden among billions of common coins are rare gems. Coins with errors, unique mint marks, unusual compositions, and limited strikes that make collectors and dealers drool with excitement. And in 2020, one such penny shocked the world. Now, what makes the 2020 Lincoln penny so special? In that year, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, but among them were a few coins struck with rare mint errors. Some were double die obverse, others had off-center strikes, a few were made with the wrong planchets, and others still had unintentional variations in the finish and composition. These rare minting mistakes turn a simple penny into a jackpot. One of the rarest 2020 Lincoln pennies ever discovered was a coin with an extremely sharp double die on Lincoln's face and inscriptions. The coin also had a mysterious anomaly. It was struck on a copper planchet rather than the standard zinc-coated copper. That alone made it unique. But here's the kicker. It was verified to be one of only a few such coins in existence. That level of rarity instantly skyrocketed its value. Collectors and auction houses started buzzing. And then the unbelievable happened. One of these rare 2020 Lincoln pennies sold at a private auction for an astonishing $4.2 million. Yes, 1 cent sold for over $4 million. But how is that even possible? To understand the value of such a coin, you need to know how coin grading and rarity work. The value of a coin is determined by its grade, rarity, demand, and historical significance. This 2020 Lincoln penny checked every box. It had an extremely high grade, believed to be MS-70, which means a flawless mint state condition. It had one-of-a-kind mint errors. It had a provenance, or history, tied to a highly trusted grading authority and collector. And the demand? Sky high. Collectors from all around the world bid fiercely for this tiny treasure, knowing they were chasing a piece of American history. But here's the exciting part for you. That rare $1 million penny wasn't found in a bank vault or museum. It was found in everyday circulation. A lucky man in Pennsylvania received it as change from a grocery store. He noticed something strange about it: the shine, the texture, and the unusual thickness. He kept it, got it evaluated, and the rest is history. From buying a loaf of bread to banking millions. Talk about a life-changing moment. So, what should you be looking for in your 2020 pennies? First, check the mint mark under the date. It could say D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, or S for San Francisco. Next, examine the lettering. Look for doubling in words like Liberty, in God we trust, or the date itself. Check Lincoln's face and jacket. Any sign of extra lines or layers could mean a double die. Also, look for any odd coloring. A penny that looks more bronze or copper than usual might be made from the wrong metal. Check the edges. Are they perfectly round or slightly off-center? And feel the weight. Some error pennies weigh slightly more or less than the usual 2.5 grams. If you see anything suspicious, don't throw it away. Store it safely and get it graded by a trusted coin authority like PCGS or NGC. Because that 1 cent might be the next $1 million discovery. Today, even an average 2020 penny in mint condition can sell for a few dollars if it's uncirculated. A high-grade, rare mint error version? That's where things get exciting. Depending on the error type and rarity, such coins can fetch hundreds, thousands, and even millions. Some collectors are willing to pay a premium just to complete their sets or acquire historically significant coins. The current estimated value of the most valuable 2020 Lincoln penny is sitting at a jaw-dropping $4.2 million, and with prices of rare coins only going up, who knows how high that number will climb. In conclusion, never underestimate the power of pocket change. A single coin, a Lincoln penny you might think is worthless, could turn you into a millionaire overnight. The 2020 Lincoln penny has made headlines, changed lives, and become a symbol of hidden treasure. Always check your change, look closely at every penny you come across, and never throw away a coin without a second look. Because in the world of rare coins, magic still exists. That 1 cent could be your $4.2 million miracle. Thank you for watching. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting secrets, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below if you've got a 2020 penny in your collection. You never know, it might just be the one we're talking about. Hey coin lovers, treasure hunters, and lucky dreamers around the world, welcome back to the channel where small coins can bring you big fortunes. Imagine walking down the street, reaching into your pocket, and pulling out a tiny copper coin. Just another old penny, right? But what if I told you that one specific penny, a 1964 Lincoln cent, could change your life overnight? Yes, you heard that right. A simple, everyday-looking 1964 Lincoln penny could be worth up to $9.4 million today. Stick with me until the end of this video, because we're about to dive into one of the most mind-blowing discoveries in coin collecting history, a coin that's turning ordinary people into millionaires. Let's rewind back to 1964, a year of historical change, culture, and of course, a year that quietly produced one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. The Lincoln penny had already been circulating since 1909, designed to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. The obverse, or front of the coin, features Lincoln's dignified profile, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design still in use today. Now, by 1964, the U.S. Mint had already gone through many changes. World War II had ended, silver prices were rising, and the government was preparing for a shift in coin compositions. In this transitional period, thousands of 1964 Lincoln pennies were struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, most of them in bronze, a combination of copper, tin, and zinc. But among these common coins, a few were minted with rare errors, unusual compositions, or striking anomalies. Some of these rare 1964 pennies have now become the stuff of legends. The 1964 penny worth millions? Asterisk, asterisk, let's get to the golden question, or should we say copper-coated treasure. Why is this penny worth up to $9.4 million? Here's the truth. Some 1964 Lincoln pennies were accidentally struck using experimental planchets, that is, the blank coin discs, which were never meant to be used. Others were double-struck, off-center, or came out with a dramatic mint error that collectors go absolutely wild for. In particular, the 1964 Lincoln penny with ultra-rare mint errors, mirror-like proof finishes, or unusual compositions such as copper nickel instead of bronze have skyrocketed in value. One specific specimen, discovered by a private collector in near pristine condition and believed to be the only one of its kind, was recently estimated to be worth a jaw-dropping $9.4 million asterisk asterisk. Yes, a single 1-cent coin, once used for bubble gum or a payphone call, is now considered one of the most valuable coins on earth. Now, before you toss out that change jar or spend your pennies on candy, listen up. Here's what you need to look for in your 1964 Lincoln penny asterisk mint mark. Look for the small D for Denver or no mint mark for Philadelphia. Both can be valuable depending on the condition and error. Asterisk condition. Coins in mint state, MS65 or higher, are already worth hundreds, sometimes thousands. Proof coins with sharp detail and reflective surfaces can be worth tens of thousands. Asterisk errors. The real treasure is in the errors. Double die obverse, off-center strikes, wrong metal planchets, and die cracks. These are the gold mines of coin collecting. Asterisk color. A bright red luster, untouched by time, can multiply the value significantly. The coin market has exploded in recent years. Collectors are willing to pay fortunes for rare coins, especially ones with stories, beauty, and mystery like the 1964 penny. Auction houses have recorded jaw-dropping bids from around the globe. Just recently, a rare error 1964 penny sold for over $1.1 million, and that's nowhere near the highest known valuation. Experts believe the perfect storm of rarity, error, and pristine condition could push a top-tier 1964 penny all the way up to $9.4 million or more. People are actively searching through jars, drawers, old piggy banks, and even beneath floorboards for one of these golden copper nuggets. From pocket change to palace life ***, imagine a man in Michigan who inherited a small collection from his grandfather. One day, just casually browsing through old coins, he found what appeared to be a shiny 1964 penny with strange lettering. Curious, he took it to an appraiser. Fast forward 2 months, and that same coin is auctioned off for a life-changing $4.8 million. He paid off his mortgage, bought his dream car, and started a coin business of his own. This isn't a fairy tale. This is the power of knowing what to look for. If you're wondering where you might find one of these million-dollar coins, start by checking old family coin jars, visiting garage sales and estate auctions, asking relatives or grandparents, searching through bank rolls of pennies, buying unsearched coin lots online. You never know. Your lucky penny could be waiting in a forgotten drawer or jar right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1964 Lincoln penny is not just a coin. It's a time capsule, a national treasure, and maybe, just maybe, your ticket to becoming a millionaire overnight. So grab a magnifying glass, turn on a good light, and start hunting. Your future could be hiding behind that humble, coppery glint of a 1964 Lincoln cent. If you found this video inspiring, informative, or just downright exciting, smash that like button, share this with your coin collecting friends, and hit that subscribe bell for more unbelievable stories of riches hiding in plain sight. Because in the world of coins, every cent counts. And 1 cent could be worth $9.4 million.